Hi everyone, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel.
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag do. Oh.
I may be young, but I'm ready. Oh, I know that I did this totally backwards, as in I started posting vlogs first before I actually introduced myself. Here I am now setting everything straight. My name is Monica and y'all already know, and I hope that you guys are subscribed. For those who aren't subscribed, before we go further in this video, pause and go and click that subscribe button right now. Okay. First of all, I did my own makeup. I'm very proud of myself. I think I overdid it with the blush, but remove. Don't look at the blush. If it's disturbing you, I'm sorry. So yeah, let me start with the questions. I asked y'all on Instagram if you guys had some questions for me, and you guys replied, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect you guys to reply. I really thought that I was going to just do a Q&A based off of my own questions. I was like, okay, let me just make this up. But y'all really replied, so I'm very happy about that. That means you guys are really invested, so I appreciate that a lot. Let me introduce myself, because the questions were kind of like, okay, introduce yourself. So how old am I? So first of all, my name is Monica Kamara and I am 23 years old. I live in Belgium. To be precise, I live in Herentals. Herentals is a village next to Antwerp. Let's just say Antwerp, because everybody knows Antwerp. People do not know Herentals. So that's where I live, and I'm originally from Sierra Leone. Don't ask me if it's in Africa, because I get this question all the time. Sierra Leone, it's in West Africa. It's next to Liberia and Guinea. So that's kind of what you guys need to know about me before I, really go into the questions. So what do you study? So I studied communication management. I currently have my bachelor in communication management. I graduated in September. Yes, that was to be honest guys, there are so many moments that I wanted to give up. I didn't really see why I needed a diploma, but I didn't give up and I graduated, and I'm very proud of myself. Currently I'm looking for a job. That's a very annoying process, but I'm gonna post a video on graduating, and I'm gonna post a video on looking for a job. I'm gonna do all of that after this video, so look out for that. If you guys want to see that, look out for that. Are you single? Depends on who's asking. Just kidding. I'm very single, and for the first time in my life, I'm very happy that I'm single. I needed this time to be single, and if you guys also want a video on that, maybe I might just post a video on coming out of a whole situation and being single, and how I'm really enjoying my singleness right now. It's a good time. I'm only 23 guys, like, enjoy your life, okay? Do not rush things. Take your time. You have a whole ass time to like be cuffed up. I believe in relationships, don't get me wrong. God wants us to be in a relationship, but when we're not, enjoy your singleness while you still can. So why did you cut your hair? So for those who know or don't know, and you can't really see right now because I'm wearing a wig, but I cut my hair a year ago. Was it a year? Yeah, December 2019, so like a year ago. I always say, when people ask me, is like, I just felt like God was like, you need to cut your hair. I'm not gonna lie, for those who are religious or not religious, I don't know, but for me it was just like this voice. I woke up one day and I was like, you need to cut your hair. and I was like, I need to cut my hair. It was like this urge. It was literally this urge of, I need to cut my hair. I need to cut my hair. When can I cut my hair? So like literally 2 days after I had that, I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna cut my hair. And for me, it's something very huge because it's something very, very huge because hair has always been something like, it was always my safety net. I've always been hiding behind my hair. Like hair says like this, to be honest. I've always put my hair like this, like hiding behind it so that people couldn't really see my face, and I will always be insecure wearing my natural hair. I really did not like it. I had hair, but I will always feel insecure about it. And when I cut my hair and me literally showing the world my face and it being seen, I felt like that was kind of a metaphor of the season that I was about to like go into. I just felt like God was like, you know what, you've been hiding for the longest time. I want you to be seen. Now it was like, you have to show yourself. And ever since I cut my hair, it has been a struggle. It's such a lie that people say that when you cut your hair you get confidence. No, your confidence is being tested even more. So somebody also asked me, what made you shave your hair off? So brave. Thank you so much, Sefora. I love her. She is amazing. So she said so brave. So yeah, I already answered that, but then my other sister, I'm not gonna, maybe I shouldn't say who asked me this question before y'all think that it's only people that I love ask me questions. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it is. Are you a model? I am. You know what, it's so hard for me to say that, it's so hard for me to say that I'm a model. Till this day, it's very hard for me, and it kind of goes in line with the question I also got, which says, this question, did you ever consider being a professional model because you've been killing it lately? Thank you so much. Yo, I'm so happy reading these questions, y'all. But everyone always used to tell me, are you a model? Why don't you model? And then no one would ask me for pictures. Like, you know, obviously you should also put some work in, but nobody would really ask me like, do you want to model for me? And I feel like one of my good friends, and you guys also saw her in the vlogs, like Trudy, she really was like, let me do a full-on shoot with you. And I think she's one of the first people to really like believe in my modeling skills. And you know, once you start with taking professional pictures, people would start seeing the potential in you. And that's kind of what happened with me, especially when I started posting it on Instagram. Like Instagram really has been my friend when it came to like modeling and showing people like, yes, I model. So now I just say I'm a model, even though I don't really feel like a model because I don't have an agency. I'm not doing this professionally. I'm more doing this as people ask me based on my pictures on Instagram, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm a model. So just fake. I'm kind of faking it till I make it. I would love to do this professionally. I'm not gonna lie, modeling is really not so glamorous as it looks like. Like, you be on set like the whole day, sometimes in the hella cold. Like, I have a vlog, y'all. I was cold that day. It was a cold day, but it was a good day. But it was a cold ass day. So it's not easy. It's not easy, even though people think like, oh, you should just take pictures. It's really not an easy job, but it is rewarding if you like it, not if you're just there for the wrong reasons. And I do feel like I would enjoy modeling. I would see myself modeling, and I do have pictures where I am modeling. Am I full-on model? Maybe not yet, but I'm gonna call myself a model, so people would then approach me as a model, and then I can get more opportunities as a model, and then I'll just be in this modeling thing. So guys, if you guys see this video, please, photographers, brands, whatever it is, I'm here, open to model. I have the face, quote unquote, you know what people say, I'm a beautiful dark-skinned woman, even though I'm saying it myself. The height might be sometimes an issue, but I can make myself look tall. I have tall girl energy, and that's just on period, because people never realize that I'm that short because of my energy. So I have tall girl energy, so I'll be good. I'll be good. So please, I would love to model professionally right away. And yes, I am a model, just to manifest that. So yeah, next question. What do you do in life? So as I've mentioned, I just graduated. So when it comes to professionally, I just graduated in communication management, and right now I am looking for a job. This process has been hella long process, but I've said that before. Next to that, creatively, if I am a poet, so that's kind of what I really go by. I am a poet. I started poetry. I think that's the next question, so let me not go into that too much till I ask another question. So yeah, I'm a poet. I also model, as I've said before. I make visuals, and the reason why I say I make visuals and I'm not really clear on it is because I make visuals right now by creating this video, creating vlogs on YouTube, but also with my poetry I like to combine words and visuals. So I just film random things and I like to just put it together with words. I just love that combination. I just feel like poetry, again, I'm going into the next question, so let me back off. So I make visuals as well, and I do projects. I have so many projects right now. I have like 6 projects running. One project I'm gonna do this weekend is with Berchem, and it's for Women's Day. I have a project with Sous Culture. You guys are also gonna see footage about that, but Sous Culture is actually a French YouTube channel that does different panels with different topics, and it's such a dope YouTube channel. It has a lot of subscribers, by the way. But they want to do like the Dutch version, and I'm responsible for the Dutch version, so I produce the whole Dutch version of Sous Culture. I hope that's clear. Next to that, I work with two I work with 2 organizations. I work with Decoratelier. Decoratelier is based in Brussels, and it's just an organization that work with artists. I have 2 projects with them. One of the projects is gonna be in April. I think I've mentioned it in my last vlog, and I'm gonna work with them for the woman's body project that I'm gonna have. And also in August, I also have a project with them. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do exactly with them. I'm not sure yet. Next to that, I also work with Pianofabriek. They have a project called Citylab. I've actually also mentioned it in my previous vlog, and we're gonna work together with Theater. Theater is in Brussels, and it's like a theater, very dope space, a very dope space. And they're also gonna have me how do you say it? Curate an evening, something like that. So I'm also gonna create something there at Theater, and that's gonna be in July. So I hope I'm clear. But so I have different projects running, even though I'm still looking for a job, and I'm trying to do my own stuff with YouTube. So I'm a YouTuber. Lol. Okay, let me just comment. I do YouTube and I do poetry on my own page as well. I share all my work on my own page called Within Herself. The story behind Within Herself, I haven't really gone into it, but I might also do a video on how Within Herself came to life and what I exactly do within herself as well. So that's quite it. Yeah, that's quite the things that I really do in life. I'm not as busy as it seems. I just still have things to be doing during this whole lockdown. So we're grateful. We're very grateful, God, that projects, even though I'm not performing, because I also perform poetry, even though I'm not performing right now, I have projects that I'm working towards. So that's a blessing. I'm gonna do this video in like two, three parts because time is going. What's the story behind your writing? Okay, so I've always been someone who writes down just journals. I've always journaled when I was a younger girl, and then there was this show on MTV called Washington Heights. Yo, that show was lit. That was people of color in New York, like artists doing their thing. That was a super dope show. And one of the characters was called Frankie, and she was a poet. And the way she talked, yo, you know when people talk like you just feel it in your soul, and that's kind of what I had with her. I just loved the way that she talked, so I was like, you know what, I want to try that as well, so I'm gonna write a poem. And that's what I did. So I went from just journaling to writing a poem, and I was like, okay, let me perform this poem, because we had this thing called Mama's Open Mic. It still exists, by the way, and you could go there and you could perform, and there was like an open mic section, and you could just do your thing. And that's what I did. I was 17 years old, now I'm 23, so that's like 6 years ago, and I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but it's okay. Okay, anyways, it was like 6 years ago, and I went, and yo, I don't know where I got the strength. My poem, till this day, I would not perform this poem again. Not because it was a bad poem, it was an amazing poem, but just the words that I was using at 17 years old, child, it was a lot. And people were just like, wow. They were like, wow. And ever since then, they're like, okay, we're booking you. Next week, come back, bring more poems. And ever since then, I think I got like this, yeah, people start seeing me as a poet, and they start booking me more and more. And then before you knew it, I've done so many shows, projects. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm lately in kind of a writer's block. I've been for like 2 years, I'm not gonna lie. Writing poetry out of love is something very hard for me right now. Now I usually start writing poems when I have projects, which is not good. You know, when I know I have to write a poem because I have to perform, and I don't want to bring the same poem that I've been bringing for like 5 years. But like getting back to a place where I just write out of my heart, I need to get back to that. I think writing for me is something very vulnerable. You tap into places in yourself that you wouldn't naturally go, and that's what I feel like with poetry. It allows me to put things into words, and somehow when I'm on stage, I'm able to be vulnerable. I'm able to lock off everyone around me and get into a certain zone and really just speak out of my heart. And that's what poetry does for me. Every time I perform and every time I'm done, I'm just like, that was so genuine. And people feel that. I'm literally getting emotional. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but I am, because it just really allows me to be something that I'm not brave enough to be in my regular life. And I haven't been doing that for a long time, and it's actually sad, because when you grow up, and this video is going to be long, but just like when you grow up and get so many oppressions from the world, you start blocking yourself off. You start closing your heart. But in order to do poetry, you need to open yourself up, and you need to tap into those places that you've been hiding for the longest time. And I think that's why I've been having a hard time going back into those places, because when you read my poems, I didn't understand sometimes why I wrote what I wrote. I would always talk in third person, and it wouldn't per se be my personal experiences. But now I understand where it was coming from. You know, it was a trauma that I was talking about, but in a different way. I was kind of processing trauma in a poetic way. So I hope I'm clear with that. Poetry has really saved my life, and I do feel like it has made me the person I am today. And I feel like I was supposed to be a poet. It's not something that I chose to do, it's something that God chose for me. And I do hope that I continue to take this serious so I can touch people, because the reason why God places talents in your hands is because He's using you as a vessel. And poetry is, I feel like that is why God gave me poetry, so He could use me as a vessel to touch people and inspire people in a way. So saying all of that, I'm just being reminded about my love for poetry, and I think that's why I'm getting emotional. But yeah, I hope that resonates. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, you know what? Yo, if y'all really love me, y'all gonna take the time to watch these long ass videos, because